How the Brightspace Gradebook works. Like the rest of Brightspace, the Gradebook is designed for maximum flexibility, which means it contains a layer of complexity that takes some getting used to. While the Brightspace Gradebook seems complicated and does involve an extra step, this system of cascading objects allows maximum flexibility and helps prevent the accidental deletion of student grades. Quizzes, assignments, and discussions are created as independent gradable objects. These gradable objects, or assessments, are not automatically connected to the gradebook. To connect them to the gradebook, we must create a grade item. The grade item is the link between the gradable object and the gradebook. Linking the assessment or gradable object to the gradebook is called an association. All assessments must be associated with the gradebook for students to earn grades. This association can be checked by clicking on My Grades, Grades, and Manage Grades. Notice that when we are in the gradebook, we are seeing the grade items. The association column shows us which gradable objects are associated with the grade items, or, in the case of a dash, not associated. If there is a question mark, hover over it to see the name of the assessment it is associated with. If you click it, it opens a dialog box where we can see the information about the gradable assessment it is associated with. Grade items are created in the Assessment tab or section of each assessment type and can be created when we create the assessment or afterward. To avoid confusion, give the grade item the same name as a gradable object. You can also give it a shorter name to make your instructor view of all the student grades more manageable. It is important to ensure that the grade item and the assessment or gradable object correspond. It is also important that they have the same point value. Matching the point value and the name are the only things we need to align. Assessments, or gradable objects as I sometimes call them, both have an area where we can add restrictions. However, it is potentially problematic to add restrictions to grade items. The interface is very similar, which can be confusing. Restrictions like start dates, end dates, and release conditions can be attached to grade items, but it is not necessary and potentially problematic. To avoid problems, leave this section of the grade item alone. We see here two different views. This is the dialog box for a new grade item, and here I am editing an existing grade item. These options are here just for rare circumstances where they may be needed. But the best practice for avoiding problems and confusion is to leave the restrictions area in the grade items alone. Hopefully this helps explain a little about how the Brightspace Gradebook works. Understanding the relationship between the grade item and the gradable object, quizzes, assignments, and discussions, can help us set up a gradebook that reflects the syllabus, functions as we expect, and makes sense to the students. Thank you for watching.